All right, what's up, everybody? It is Brian the Gamer Guy, and we are back yet again for the third installment to my games collection. All right, so I know people aren't watching my videos in high numbers, so if you haven't seen the other ones, um, I'm simply just going over this game collection that I have amassed, and I don't have the largest game collection in comparison because a couple of things. Um, I didn't back in the day collect to collect. I collected as I played, as I wanted to buy a game and I wanted to play it. And I collected as I had money and all that. And, I couldn't always buy every game. I didn't always have the money to buy every single game that came out, especially once you got post PS1 era because things started accelerating for the JRPGs. So I definitely was not able to always buy every single game. And some games are bargain binned and worn down a little bit, and it's what I have. So it's just what I want to show off and let everybody kind of see a little bit of me and my gaming and stuff. And I will also note that I have stopped collecting games probably for the past 11 years. I can remember my last physical copies that I ever bought. My son would have been an infant, and I had on my birthday I got I believe Idea Factory, Compile Hearts Omega Quintet, and The Witcher 3, and I think later that year I got Mirage Session, okay, Tokyo Mirage Session, FE, so love that. Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem, great game, freaking great game. I got that, and then at the time, my computer, they had just upgraded Final Fantasy 14, and my computer wasn't going to be able to handle it, but my PS4 was going to handle it. So I bought a physical copy of the Final Fantasy 14 Collector's Edition for my PS4 so I could continue playing because Stormblood was coming out at that time, and I was hyped, and I was going to get it, and I was going to play it. Those were my last three physical games. That was it. After that, those 11 years, not collected a single physical game since it's all been digital. And even before then, I was experimenting with digital. I mean, I got the Guided Fate Paradox on PlayStation and Tales of the New World on PlayStation 3 and a couple of games like that on PlayStation 3. And I already started experimenting with digital and I already started moving to Steam slowly, but that last move broke me. I just haven't. Um, I don't know. Since doing this channel, I might collect again. I don't know. But anyways, that's not what y'all are here for. Let's get started with the games collection, okay? And I'm not making any promises, but I'm planning to maybe throw a little bit of music in for each game that's relevant as I talk about each one, make this video just a little bit better. Um, so let's get started. So our first on the list is very near and dear to me. Skies of Arcadia. Yes, that's right. Skies of Arcadia. Okay, this is the not the Dreamcast edition. This is the Nintendo Switch edition, or GameCube edition. Switch. It's the GameCube edition. But I remember as a young adult, or at the end of high school, and they were showing this on Dreamcast, and they talked about Ryoko Kodama, and heading this project, and I heard about the editors and RP Gamer saying how cool this game was, and I was so envious because I didn't have a Dreamcast at the time, and I wasn't going to spend the money because I already saw how it was starting to lose to PS2. Um, so there was no sense in getting that Dreamcast, even though I wanted to play it. I wanted to play Skies of Arcadia. I wanted to play Phantasy Star Online. I wanted to play the Evolution games. There were games I wanted to play. I wanted to play Shenmue. I did not get a Dreamcast, so I missed out on all those. And Skies of Arcadia, it lived up to my hype for its time. I love the airships. I love getting to design the airship combat system and and upgrade the airship. It reminded me of Xenogears in a way. Loved the storyline, loved the combat and how you could switch your boomerangs, your weapons with the elemental stones as you got them. It was a good experience and it did live up to its hype. The only thing I might have said is it was a little bit easy. I mean, but it had so much to explore and so many secrets to find and just a story to go through. It wasn't too long or too short. It just is memorable. So, Skies of Arcadia, here's to you. Love you. All right, so now the next one on this list is not as memorable to me. And this one is Mega Man Network Transmissions, also for the GameCube. Now the problem with this one is I was into Mega Man Battle Network. I loved Mega Man Battle Network. And so when I bought this one, I didn't do research. And I was like, oh, I'm going to love it so much because I loved Mega Man Battle Network. Well, it's not Mega Man Battle Network. It has aspects of it. You have chips and you have to use chips. It's a hard game. It's a hard freaking game, dude. And it's more of an action game with mild RPG elements. And back in those days, you have to understand, like in my college days and things, I liked RPGs. I didn't really like action games. And to this day, I really don't. I do play from time to time. So, I hated it. It was hard. I wasn't good at using my chips in time. I hated it. I struggled with the first boss. I eventually got through it. I struggled with the second level. Made it to the second boss. Couldn't beat the second boss. I was done. Like, freaking done. Over. Not happening. So, Mega Man Network Transmission, not Mega Man Battle Network. Do not recommend unless you like the more action Mega Mans. And even then, play those instead. Alright. So, another GameCube game. And sorry, you're going to get these out of order because they got stuffed in a tote. Out of order. But Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Guys, was I upset when Nintendo went on their own and broke with Square Enix or Squaresoft at the time over Mario RPG? Absolutely. I was freaking upset over that. Mario RPG was great. Now, Nintendo did okay. Paper Mario, the first one and the second one especially, were great. The 1,000-Year Door was a masterpiece, I thought. Like, it had so many quips and witty jokes and all kinds of, like, witty dialogue. The designs with the paper and how Mario could traverse the fields with the paper was great. I remember I moved to Lubbock to go to Texas Tech for the time, and yeah, I went there, and I remember playing that. That was one of the first games I played when I got over there, along with Star Ocean. And I was just hooked, and I loved the story, and I loved being the princess and being stuck in the castle and having to get out as her, and then exploring as Mario, and like seeing Luigi and how he never got all the action. And the combat was great. I mean, it did the turn-based Mario combat with the slight action things, and it worked. I said, hey, this is a pretty good thing to Mario RPG. Maybe it's not what I was hoping for, but it worked and I loved it. And they had a 100-floor dungeon and just like the colors and the graphics. It was great. Okay. Moving on. Okay. This one is also near and dear to me. Zelda the Twilight Princess. Okay. And I'm also about to talk about the other one, but okay. So just coming off of Wind Waker, when this one came out, I, like a lot of people, had fallen in love with Wind Waker. I didn't really ever beat Ocarina of Time. I didn't own a Nintendo 64, so I missed out on the first Paper Mario. I missed out on Ocarina of Time. I missed out on Majora's Mask. No, thank God I missed out on Majora's Mask. No, thank you. So didn't get to really experience Ocarina of Time. But a lot of people wanted a callback. They didn't like the cel-shaded, cartoony style of Wind Waker. I did. I thought Wind Waker was fantastic. Anyways, this game rocked it. It had a slow start, like you did spend too much time in the first village, and you spent too much time doing this and riding Epona and, doing this and going back here and sneaking around. But once you hit that first dungeon, from there on, it was on. The puzzles, they made such good use of the items at the time. I remember like just being in awe about using magnet boots and like going upside down and walking on the ceiling and walking on the walls, and like just they did such a good job, and then using those later on to sink down to the bottom, and oh man, turning into a dog and going between the two worlds like reminded me of Link to the Past, the Dark World versus the Light World in a way, like using that, like it rocked. I loved it. I mean, I liked it in a lot of ways better than Wind Waker in different ways, because there was things I liked about Wind Waker, but this one I thought the pacing, the dungeon design, the puzzle design, and all that stuff was better. I mean, this one drew me in, and the story was a little bit darker, and it drew me in better, and it did make me go back and play Ocarina of Time later. Okay, so Zelda, always good, even though I might be upset about Nintendo and Power World and their patent issues right now. I still can love Zelda, and bring me to the next one on the list. Wind Waker, and again, this one I liked in different ways than I liked Ocarina. I mean, not Ocarina. Twilight Princess. This one, where Twilight Princess was tighter and you got to business better and quicker without all the fluff in between. Hey, I liked Wind Waker for the fluff. I liked to go explore the ocean. It felt big. It felt massive. Yeah, I went too freaking slow, but I loved it. Like, loved it. Loved exploring. Loved finding the pirate ships. Loved the camera side quests. A bit easy. I mean, and the puzzles I didn't think were as innovative. I thought the puzzles in Twilight Princess were better, but it really struck a chord with me, and it made a lot of memories for me. And this was like towards the end of my first 2 years of college, you know, and before I was going off to bigger and better places and stuff. And my last time in my hometown, or nearing the end of it, this and and so it kind of meant a lot to me, because I mean, it just stuck in my mind as I was transitioning to go further into my college, and I was transitioning to go to a bigger city and leave my small town and some of my friends and stuff. It really sent the time of transition. That and Final Fantasy 12 did too. Anyways, last on this list, and I did 6 this time. Okay, Phantasy Star Online. Oh, sorry, Phantasy Star Online. And this is also the GameCube version, not the Dreamcast version. Phantasy Star Online is a great game. In a sense, I say a great game, but you know, I remember being excited for this awesome MMO like that would trump EverQuest and Ultima Online. And you know, when I got it, it felt less like an MMO and more like a Diablo-esque game that you could play online. So I was disappointed in it. But you know, I did find myself enjoying the grind, enjoying the bosses. Several of my friends played it with me. We played the split screen and stuff, and we enjoyed it. Never played it online, you know. Back then, I mean, it was just too much hassle, you know, to try online stuff with some of these games. So never played it online, but did enjoy it as a 2-player game. My friend Derek and I played quite a bit on it, and you know, remember the memories. Remember getting pretty far in it. You know, it was fun upgrading the weapons. It was okay. It didn't impress me, and it wasn't, you know, Phantasy Star. I mean, unfortunately, although system will ever rest in my heart. And it's not Phantasy Star. It's not the turn-based classic I grew up with. Okay, so that is yet again my list of games that I own, and we're still going. And it's going to take a while, because if I do 5 to 10 a week, I mean, we got a little bit. I don't know how many I have for sure, but I mean, I think I have at least 100. I mean, you know, not great, but not pitiful. Maybe more. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching, and until next time.